by accuse so why Galamsey because by the hand now na se bi o ya Galamsey no one pa 21 amount 1 amount never ade no eyewo no wo ya adantine SSA who should be no propaganda ajombadu atutuo anka bia na ni magu ase that's how say we make say make be Ghana ha no that no Ghana for be say by a great disservice to me
eti mi ba eti ma we pa mi ba eti was o de hwe bi onwena asem no aha eti say Kofi Adom asem no Ghana for so make bi no e na why worried I say ese chinchina o pa asem no ko shekum asefo efi ba say Kofi Adom asem no amanfo se brabe ka bi no e na chinchina se o de ko she menhia for say it is a menhia for ne she Kofi Adom asem we ti wa nyansa wo hey na dia si asem kra ni papa yi wa fa niam o wa fa niam na won se obobo edin bi wo ho na no kra se wusua de a emra Ghana mra entia obi ase wo pese wo to gold yentia se sa the term Galamsey atemu a common language but it doesn't mean so be ye mining na chiwade dabi Ghana Africa ye mining America ye mining but ye responsible mining so most companies are doing mining in the country called Ghana pachuti me company no obodi no wo ye mining company so just here enna sa company no wo mo kwaje concession emra kwan so tie ni ye pa na sa concession no mo kwaje ye no wo mo last minister ni twa concession di man wo mo fi say sa company no subsidiary to otumfo company eti sa concession land no mo kwaje ye no na yewura wote ye na nkrofobia o man invade asase no Galamsey wo so o mo di soldier for kra kopam wo mo nyina na yewura kra te enti ote ye no o ka krom say asase ya mo di ma me concession ya mo di ma me ye mra kwan so a obi antimi stop sa de no obi wo concession chese wo Galamsey ye ntia asesa ye brofo pacheti ni ye brofo keke obi wo concession a emra na de ama no enchese wo tu Galamsey ni a wo keka ne say obi a wo ye irresponsible mining and your friend say Galamsey emo obi anada wo enya no kre na sa asem no na minister ye wo ba afufuru ye Kofi Amaboa oba menhia ehun video ni hwade na oba ne yewura ka se na mire bi kura mo ye na mo se mama be concession mo de ama me mo se mo ya mankofo kura da ne Galamsey se asase no hwe ehun asem ni me wi a me kire video bi ye nti asem a yewura ka ya joy fefo no Miss Scotty na wo mo spread na hwade
concession se mo de ma nkofo me ti ya se nkofo akoye Galamsey wo so me so ni mo so ni akọ concession so ye de ama akokura me hwe se nkofo ba ba ye se akoye Galamsey wo so na me ti enu ekaka so hina ye Galamsey ameye de me so ni mo kra opam wo mu a ye se no mo kwa opam wo mu a no mo kwa I was here who could be free in a announcement. Obi enya empanyimfo na de wo mu ko ye mpe wo mu obi anso o report. Yen list wo mu nyina edi. So no say Minerals Commission for Survey Department for Geology.
Uziambacho tieni ye pa won say the beginning no ka say me concession quickly na Ghana 40 bon cause na twa ho so too for crowd concession won say ebi mo bon to the sense we can never distinguish between a concession mining lease and then Galamsey pacho tieni ye pa on say Ghana for ni bia bon eti omote ye so too for crowd concession and ye we Galamsey we odwene a concession have nothing to do with Galamsey. Na sa Galamsey kran anytime just a common word for Ghana for ni do omo komo minima mentiase any meaning the otian say so one hwe na ote say any obeka say Anglo Gold omo nyina ye Galamsey dabi on say omo te ya no mo kotwe caption so to for class or concession eti onim the meaning of a concession so kira say a legalized document for you to go either to prospect or to mine they want onima de kro eti what say yewura ka say me concession amode ma me say nkoda yi I invade no a wo ka kire wo mo no on say quickly eno mo ko twa ho joy news for ne sa Manase Azure mu eno mo ko ye report tan na you see mo asantefo ni bi no ya nananom bi no ho Earlier is the best. Is the better. Best was a better. The earliest is the best way for you to strike back because multimedia games are say. Nananum be multimedia say. And Joy FM type at the internet and so. Egu animu say. Akoda bi a woni mu hwe okono obo who is doing Galamsey na se nipa net obo se wo hini dia piem Sound of football mensia na mo gigi wo mo so yewura secretary mu ye ka bibia mu ntie ye ka bibia ya mu ntie na media fo no essay yedin na no muti wo sa ye ka bibia en sabi ye nkase ye ne betumfo na nsusu media fo nkoda mfiamfiamfiamfiafo o mo bo mo nchen ya na mo o mo deceive mo adwuma no so ye kosuya bi ye nim trick no nananum tankonyo bebre wa minim chese na wona nanum ka sant enipa bonifu eba mo nche musiye ntie mo eba ne se ye ne age aso because etena bi na woni ho mentena sen kasa metwa mo wawu ansa na me mo be defend me ho no yes Asantehene ye politics on eti enye wo hini bi ntina me ye Asantehene no enye wo man hini bi ntina me ye Asantehene me ye Asantehene by moja eti there's no way say wahini ni hunu ya e kire say me yedin there's ente sa wo yes ani jai enye wahini bi ntina wo yes Asantehene wo yes Asantehene enu ntina wo yes Asantehene bibia ni hobi o eti nananu wey media for no amugije wo so menhia ho no most of them they come there to set you up multimedia games na say nananu mesrem on say o makotwetwere adumabadu fisi wanya asem kan wan say wo kan o enso yegura no asem wo kan ye no eya report and obi o concession and just wo ye illegal mining and so typically Ghana ni on parking kan hu say Asantehene ka bia na no ka say mi concession ya Galamsey so ya Galamsey nananum yebesremo nananum moto san ba yediem yebesremo moto san ba yediem ayimfo ne bebre wo be 70 years ebedumre bi na woni ho na ye ne ye ka sa wona okura tumi ne ye ka kire wo se enipa ne bia bɔ mutrim poso o mesete mo aboa muntie ye ne ye ne wo ne di agoro no muntie ye min kasa sorefo akunyama me muntie ye mo mo ye bre etena bi na woni ho wodi se wanyini wo kɔ wo to san ba me diem afi na me bebre wo tumi no ye ka no wantiam yansi barua no afi ne nso ni betwi afo ye so eti yebesremo Simon share protocol for yebesremo media for be very dangerous and ye ka muntie omo enye promotion bia no mo de mamo omo tim promote Asantehene woni din dada they set you up always they want to set men share up na ka ede na adwuma badu ti bonko so no to hwe de okeka uka say politician be save one politician bia no be save women o kingdom no they womo kra no they are working hard say they can reduce Asantehene so that omenya absolute control o de mo yes omo no sere kwa eti mesere mo yewura asem o kan ye eno na nya twumfu ye kofa no mkotwai manase azure mu Joy FM fo no menshia protocol menshia media protocol pay attention me would not respect you yes remo
concession say mo di ma nkrofo metia yes nkrofo akoye Galamsey was mesu nim ho so ni akọ concession so ye di ama akokra me hwe se nkrofo ba ba yes akoye Galamsey was na metia no ekaka so hina ye Galamsey amede mesu nim ho kra opam wo mu a yesi no mo kwa opam wo mu a no mo kwa I was here who can be friendly in a announcement. Obi enya empanyimfo na de wo mu ko yempe wo mu obi anso o report. Yen list wo mu nyina di. No say Minerals Commission for Survey Department for Geological Survey funds account. I am wo mu nyina che say ahane and a ya ebi a had a ya ebi ye free woman small scale mining for any woman as in had a allocate yama near supervisor. Then Kolane good forestry near a true mark would open way in a water month, not the moye. You two gold no so I to a canoe swenya, not buy swenya gold to become. Now see a chair woman coin a dear miner. The answer is you and co. A forestry and co. As a cousin, a palm woman, one because and then they had my banny. Momu who said, Munjai and non say if you are some mumbra, near baby, near concession, Minerals Commission for him baby, geological survey.
So,
And I pay back also cover exploration now, Modema. And also as the Galamsey no never.
so,
So, Muyena ye one shop a near Kazet. Survey Department, Minerals Commission, and Geological Yakaha, Yahu said deposit never happen.
so,
Here, my license, Nesafaqua. Then there, now can say exploration there. One and a more to two, I may have by a Galamsey.
so,
Why, when I'm watching one brother, then I made as Adam Huno.
so,
Exploration near down, near 2 year 2.
so,
And also, you must come.
so,
As we are here next time, and you be able to the corner, yes, so a here.
so,
I should be in a diner, so I'm paying for a brown or quite by first you would name me in what's up and I see when you mean a year surveying.
Right. Eti utie kra na yawura kro Asantehene nana walk ono kra no wodi ya wo nkoda no a emo ye de wo se ye nana no wo mu yempe kwa bisu na yem regulate wo mu na wo mu nya adwumanye wono kra na ne concession na wo ka no a wo mo invite ne enye no ne ha no na mmom se de ye be ya ye betimi regulate nkoda no na ya mahya wo no ma ye adwuma na saa no be ya no ma ye niye no ene wo ka ho asem enye se bia munkopa mo na monyima saa asem na mintumi godu mfa enye saa kra no wodwen wono kra mum na wodwene Ghana fo nkoda no ho asem wo kan ye ni o die wo kan ye ni ana tibon koso media no rented press fo no traitors no omo pretende ana omo ko twaye manase mo na omo publish na omo de to ho na menshia protocol ye din me kasem me send pictures ni ma nipa bebre o mention but omo anfi me omo respond said adie we no omo ye omo be ye we saw it minimum nipa me send ayi so die koso ni momma me hu die koso ho obi anfi munya ye o menshia protocol no sabe na wodi position no obi adi na wo ba wo positions no modi ama sabe mo ye de asom santia na akwa basa nti enne mu nhwe ne ye sabe ye be ya mu ni ho a ye benya asempa bia kan fa mo mo nhwe ne ye pa enne mo person mo beto a media tension etiasa mo ye strategic first ni bi obi a wono mo ba ye na media no strong so you were able to control them but today you can't control the media so you must work with a strategy media no say abaye vast abaye mass communication eti menshia cannot control the media. First na GTV ofra na no aba omo ye discipline ti onko twatro but today they use the social media to send a message against you. Ti akoda bi betimi atena Germany na wakọ type wo behu hene wo dim say ye no kore na wo gidi wo hu ana ne buafu na ya ka to ne trim. A strategy. Yeah, eti busuya mo hwe me asam we ne yewura kan ye santema yewura kan ye and the tosu bio obi o concession just we illegal mining emo obi an confuse o so obi o concession and just we illegal mining now ajumabadu twa ne tro wie ye no yentie bi hasonto aso na yendi kodi ase na ukotin ba bia e mane nyo ye tie de me tie me wo de tie me de obi agudi obetene nche bi yentie eso o tie me afa yentie ase ne fa ye analysis onto aso
Some okay if you agree. On a few way and son of a baby, the chajra, or better, or better. May there or two for Asantehene. Some men, as you know, Dormaahene, Bono president. Ma, or to me, a tiny power, mine, Abra, Menha, necessary far. Danwa wa mesore makonya na bono fo bede ma na iyanum a titro baba sumha se be PC che Asante ase menka se me bubanimtia menka se me de sabio
wa won say the same regional house one minister ne te ho minister no ote ho the entire minister yi onye very careful or him for one ni Bono regional new minister one ni what's our phenomenal side actually Ghana one ni nidi no kra na mwerɛ fie your friend bi kwa me adakwa bibi meba meba Bono original okay meba me nidi na ask me kakra yes MC friend yes Joseph Ade Akwaboa one ni your friend Joseph Ade Akwaboa one a new regional minister of Brun region and otedem hobi ena ajimabadu can somewhere chieftaincy what the young can from Montiasie. Meanwhile, minister way only any locals to sit in there for somebody to use a statutory office to fight for a battle a personal and a family issues. Now, what you wanna onimpe say Dormaahene oye entitled and also authority ni area ni territory. Sa no hini bia so ni territory a oye control. But ono ka kire ewo minister nanim say or there Asantehene ti habio wo de ti habio.
Sa no ka e fi abre. Ona fi we ansa na bebe twajira obede obepajabe mede otumfo Asantehene seme ajibandatu antosi lenu Dormaahene Bono president ma otimi yesani pa we Dormaahene abra menya na seseda fa danwa wa mesore makonwa na Bonofo obede ma.
Okay, so these are issues in fact I know said national security munyina mo monitor me I know. But this is a national security threat to the sense say one Bonofo for akunya bia ma Dormaahene. There's nothing like that. Dormaahene abusuya en wodi won Bonofo bia for akunya ma no sampa for akunya ma no sekwafo japekrum for akunya bia ma no. This is a pure misinformation and a strategy to unite the people and incite them against something and agenda where you're shooting it down. You better destroy agenda no easy. There's nothing called a Bonofo bibia say anyhow. Dormaahene ye Dormaahene, Drobohene ye Drobohene, Suma ye Suma, Sampa ye Sampa, Brekum ye Brekum, Sunya ye Sunyai, Enkransa ye Enkransa, Techima ye Techima. Period. There's nothing called Bonofo kunya. Dormaahene woni Bonofo kunya. And minister, this miseducation as I want to say. No one correct no. Minister we a politician who taxpayers can edit yauka. E mane nyansa. Now, otwa throw we all inside nipa we no. Na minister netwo. Na asema waka we before ansan ye bekoso no obia wo ne territory na obi abusuya bi ka se ye hene ne obia ne wo kwan se obe stop wo mu amusuya na wo sa area ho no wonum nyina no so wo som sante ye nkwa sa asem we ye wura na no yi ne wo ka se ni nkuro ahodo wo nyina som sante no obehwe no mo nyina ya abrempo no ma ya wo mo ma ya amahene pacho ye nti ase ne ento aso
achame
yo
Dingina, Yam and Nipper, who knows Sampa or Waha Media, Entra, Yamedia, New Obia, Menya, Yamedia, Obian, who bet me a castle or no, Entra, Na, Menya, Na, him, and I walk of Pejano, Mena Media. Sabre answer, we are Dumasia.
So sorry, we are Dumasia.
We are Duasin, a bar, and if you pray. And one more, what dear quadru, been a court church at Tony, at Fia Press, Sunya Crassa.
Young, sorry, I read my say yes, a bit Ira, a cool one and good your, a bit and if you are free, a bit of what Chile. Sunya Crassa, not putting in on. I told you, didn't I say, such a community or would you?
We had Marcia.
So you are Marcia.
Munya in a northern a Buffia Bremen.
Oh, you are Marcia, or the Buffia Pre, what not Bremen.
Bacho wo hwe video no nyina no wo no nyina no a wo na omukuta authority na tumi se wo mudi kromu wa de wo nyina no mote obio so wo sampa fia pre hin no te wo breku wo nyina no mo ho so wo ye aha na mewi a fia pre hin akasa wo ho mewi a me de be kire wa de wo ha se mewi a me be kire hwa de wo ha
fia mane kwa so na me
o se sante hin so me bia kwa amamre kwa so no na de o de ntu wa se biti de te no sa no de na de
we had my same my antina fear prepare am to try answer na me wo papa de na me wi answer me de wo aba
say we must go easy was the camera point na mai we opa de wie no de we sa ma de ho just die to be wa yo
Ghana would master number 1 in every a weird massimo and yet be
so the master one na for weird massimo sabe my ofo be dis na so santa mamre amade ensesa e be gina ho
sunya amakom aja amakom so ni masunya
since you know amakom so won mo a so hola
aja amakom ni wonim sa afi
safi
entra me pagya no
since me pagya no
fia pre me pagya no
fia pre me pagya no
atoni me pagya no menye me pagya no me won kro no bisa me be pagya nyina
o sin kro no be pagya nyina santi na ne dia no dia tu ma ko pe
me pagya bro
afonso so me pagya firi so an firi mo wan mo a me pagya wo mo
afimo
sabe ni la santi ne o mo na firi bien firi yo na maye nti sebe ni na mo se le so se o ye afiri so se be he bi ri a so pe do pe wo mo ya mo so de santi bi mo no so no ya promasi kutu ka ta mo ho ba ko pre de santi ne ya ga no du
wa ye ni amapaja me de me manana mo hu ni afro mu nyina no
se du o mo be de ma ka ho o na ma hu no mu nyina so ma ni mo nyam santi ma be bia de se ka o ka bia no e so pe de bi o pe ja o ko duru ho.
Okay, eti Osantemawura na wakasa ye broni kasem the king of Ashanti kingdom wakasa ye saa amanhene we mu nyina no wono mudi na chie na omu nyina som sikadwa kofia wono Asantehene eteso no no wakan ni nkro ni ande wo mu nyina se omosom no wontime nya hohwe na minister no de omu kan comment section obi ka se sa minister yi ya friend say ne din mami afi no wabanti ana ne din nchede ni bit yes Joseph Ade Akwaboa amanfo kan comment section say wono ana ye Dormaahene personal lawyer sa yo yate nti we bemen eti de tia ne say ebre ye ni nkaso so wono ye Dormaahene lawyer dia ye is in profession ne mum the right thing should be done to the sense say woni mra obetimi di Asantehene akoko to say wono se Asantehene se obesi hene obesi wo mentiase apart from that utimi nya hwe pachotere ya kanu obie ni ho bema bie ni ho said ye nyina ye respect Ghana mra no kokot wo de eno no betimi ayo ne ye nhwe se Asantehene eni that absolute control and say power so obe lift will be obe mo obi abaye a paramount chief ni nhwe ade pacha mo hwe ni pa now before sana me do ko video no we ya adwuma bedu adamfo domafo adamfo also a historian ebra na once san ya na say wo ka no kore no ti ase wono aka kira adwuma bedu ha
also there is no king in Ghana. Okay. There is a king in Ghana.
That's a king bieni.
No, there is a king in Ghana. I'm telling you. Listen, there is a king in Ghana, but we don't there's no king of Ghana.
Okay.
What you say? A king of Ghana is different from a king in Ghana.
Okay.
A king of Ghana, they just say Ghana for you know your king.
Okay.
What you say?
Okay.
Ye ni bisa because your constitution no enkasa.
Okay.
Namom ye wo king bia broni no a odi yeso a obe hye mantam no paramount chief, divisional chief, head chief. Why they buy?
Abrofo na
they buy. Enti se na na Dormaahene waje atum se mrani no obroni de fra so oye paramount chief no oye paramount chief dia na broni ne ka se Asantehene ye kina ade na no de onye ntum yes Asantehene na ka so oye kina
okay
on there we Asantehene Santefo no kra no otumfo no kra be Santefo na ni je ho se obeka so oye kina anamwa Santini ba o bruchiri ko so otumfo otekoko so na na me on ka se kin o se tutu what is Santini bi o kan kin o se tutu da onu kin no kra ye keto ama no nti onu fi se otumfo ne no kan emu eduru ani monyamom na mombroni na obaye no a obedi yeso no
okay
onu ne ka se England, Scotland, Ireland yɛka bom na yɛ United Kingdom UK na me baeɛ no mabehu the same system ɛwɔ ha wote aseɛ because kwaman ɛda ne man amanta no a yɛka bom mu form Asante na obiara da ne man wote aseɛ yɛgya amanfo a opokuwar the first day yɛbɛka yɛ ho ni yɛda yɛ ma yɛwɔ yɛ hene enti ahenie no a Scotland England we yɛba bɛhu bi ɛwɔ Ghana ha de a ɛne ne odi animu no koraa no ɔyɛ king te sɛ yɛdeɛ no no the king abasbɔ no ayɛ den ama no na me deɛ koraa no mɛka sɛ broni no ɔka sɛ ɔyɛ king no koraa wati nkɔyɛ king of kings yes Asantehene ɔyɛ king of kings
Bacho tieni yo osi opanifo akase mi sɛ enye da betu buatu aso fra na mpafe beche wo atro ho utwatwa enye yie papa we ye fra na adwuma ya wadwuma ya sɛ wan adwuma ono ye em sɛ ofiri suma krum ho a oyɛ sumafo ni bia so ho on sɛ enokura wuntimi mfansie no edum on sɛ no waka nokura wo on sɛ wo chechire mu a enso wo kodu no krum ho a ene yi no was wo mo pɛ ba bia fa asem wo mo tia na bibi ya yo asem no na asem a wo kan ekura sɛ adwuma badu yi ade na wo fa nkɔ court sɛ wo tumfo a wonye ken na ye hwade tia
German no obeka no ho no ye king
okay
what you say mampon ye king ejusu ye king obi a ye king ne ye yi bako nti oye king of kings the lion of the kingdom of Asante otumfo ne mra ne no membe ama no. There is a king in Ghana. We don't have a king of Ghana. There is a king in Ghana, recognized internationally. Oh yeah, here, and wasempa. Now also Britain, king no woman have a boy in it.
Okay, eti owie no no class adi odi wo mpo ase wa office say onti ase say Asantehene ye king no kofra Britain fo no. Ose kofra Britain for no ba na wo so ma bo ken ni bi eno an we nya ntokwa we yenkon ye chechirim ya desua na yesua na the distortion of a history distortion of the history can history na ajimabadu na suma drobo wo ma yese wo be trouble makers in the Bono region no the young people no ese bie ye ni see in the Bono region ho no sa ahemfo miensan wo ma yo ma twese wo be trouble makers e wo region ho but the day ebe over omo no ho no be hya se asua nyansa now yankuyenim na yawura ka se enkura hodo a wonom nyina pese wo mo be pagya wo no nya so sorry ya no kan ye na eno na be men a ye frɛ no Ajimabadu ene ahenie na me bunu no sese wo ya ma mabamu abu nti ya na etin se wanhwe kra me frɛ no Ajima do ohene biu ba ene mo de ye meba
Sasa na oka efi apre. Ona afi we ansa na babedi bebe twajira obede obepajabe. Mede otumfo Asantehene. So me Ajimabadu na anto si lemu Dormaahene Bono president. Ma otimi yesani pa we manhene. Abra menha na sese be fa. Danwa wa mesore makonya na Bono fo obede ma. Na inyanam a titro baba sumha se betisi she Asante ase. Menka se mi bubanimtia. Menka se me de sabio wa mo se nso ama. Na mom
on say oka asase no eno no asa realize hu say inside ho no ye wo ahemfo mo nyina ebi so menhia jape krom ote ho na wo ka we fa ne wura ho a on say ohun say anhwe obetimanya backlash eno ye smart say menka say but onim say asem na ote wo dem ho ka no jape krom te ho say kwafo te ho so ta say say enkransa onim say o create problem but opeso ye no say oye Bono hene eno na Ghana fo nyina ye ka kire mo say ye ni obi a ye frɛ no Bono hene. There's nothing like a Bono hene. No one a Bono hene e wo Bono region. A Bono region, it consists or it comprises of different traditional setups. So today, so we have hatred, jealousy, and enviness if you want. As our kind of crest, nane or the division, tribal division, Ediba, Ghana, I'm penning for Peniaka say, Sassam Cassia Beba Frankensis, so add this as one call it papa to order, but a bready and mubano, yet in Shabiguaquem. Yeah. We are going to have a strategic plan for this man. We are going to use the law, activate the law in our country now. So stay tuned. I hide the reason so. And you be honest with German penny for you. We are now in South Rodden 24 inside the nitty. We are ready. Wow, we are ready, say. We so free Bono region, Bono East, or Afo, add the cost one when in you Titimu by and terminal. A brand new Brabe supporto, Nayan stop my way, sign for me and so once and for all. We have to stop them. And we must make sure we stop them because we are the same people. We are one people with different tribes, but we live in the same land. So we don't need to allow one person to use the inferiority complex, self-hatred, and jealousy to divide us. We need to stop them. And we are going to lead this crusade. We will lead it. So, Otia, support. You drew on your announcement now, support. Why? Dormaahene, the divisive leader, and answer Wahina or Pentitimu. Wahina or Pentitimu, no, they created tribal sentiment. Yentia, your friend Dormaahene, Justice, High Court Judge, Kofi Mensah, Yentiano, Mebasa, Yentiano.
Titro Baba Sumasa, BPC, share Asante Asset. Menka say me Bubenimtia. Menka say me de Sabio, a one was at Swama. No more, 2 minutes, our women's them. And another dear mam, never president. You better want never be a cat of me, Mayas had the Abraham war.
Now, okay, we are not a gun and we name traditional set and a Chieftaincy Act and we name the city. Chieftaincy Act and also no, Emma and Chelsea President the Sihene, Ebusia 4, and the Sihene. No was Sihene New Year. One more at the Aqua catcher must say, yes, see him in ye. Na house no, I endorse one. I say, woman, the owner national, the Umuano. Regional House in Sihene, Pachamuntian ye. Regional House of Chiefs, woman see him. Enti situation you cross say, Onipa was some mensia, that's why your mahina. Only Asantehene and the betting Yamani Panabay mahine, I was our area no, within the jurisdiction. Only Asantehene and the betting Yamo Biabay mahine. Na Regional House of Chiefs, Edo Mustampo so Edna national. Period. Ultiminary. Regional House of Chief President on Sihine. Wait, you can say this without fear or favor. Dormaahene in Sihine. Obetimi Sihine, I want it ni enclave. Doma di kuro, and obetimi Sino. Nano crano, or no acronym say just a busiafone esi, why away. Eti, any state I walk Bono region. Wamuka say, yes, Sihine. Na ya hin ye didn't womensia. Dormaahene woni say. Dormaahene ni say. Na mo dia montrans wo national security, president of Ghana. Ministers of community mu de montra ho na wonye memasam sa ho na da beji krew no e na mo behu wo de montra se no wonfa onpagya na ba beti no wonye konkosam no wonye ne ntima sini ne ntima po no wonfa ntena ho na won de wonke camera sa wonke camera fi se obi ya no betimi akwaji ni nkro obi ya boso se ni wonu sini hina ana wa endorse ni krom hina na obi se won prema no obi so yes fear pre so wono de no wo se won tiase we enya yare a yede ade se nipa ne wonum aduboni bia we normal. It doesn't make sense. Wo no adu hene obi krom susu odi ne hene wa wo se menti ase eti mu dia montena se yede ye ba be chechire mu akire mo because ye ni ba bia power ne bitime free aba eti wo se wono nti ase ye behwe so won nti ase so ye behwe
to me na awo memensam ana nanu de amam never president. You better want never be a was at Swama. No more. 2 minutes, our women's them. And another dear mam, never president. You better want never be a custom me, Mayas had the Abraham war. And no dear, you are of Asante for Akunasu. Any dear counsel, yes, Row. What do you mean, yes, sir? What is that? I could never know. Oh, yeah, Benny. We are minding me. No. Have you?
Ave, one baby a joy for ne multimedia for ne enyo mo energy ni free no. Yeah. One boss abra no. One mo an planning. Sa papa yi. One mo na yes adwuma no. So, ave the ntia me say boycott to joy FM for ne media multimedia so one. Yes. On na one way TikTok or TikTok chief one baby o papa yi. Ono muni mu yofina na. Ave one with the secret ntia. Many a bridge joy multimedia force no. Yes. Once papa yi ono aso na o ka kire mo say the name Asantehene, I have a problem with the name Asantehene and the paramount chiefs mu yiro fina na papa yi tia o de tia zei
Kana Ghana da mun da masana si mpacho baka ahemfo abawa Ghana wo sisa baka paramount chief baka sa bibi ya paramount a asia kire se ono na chi Bibi ni opio. Ma kan da Ghana has the president all the new ordinary. Na wo ordinary on samra no. Na nko ya BA and some of the parliament na ba. Nka so wetima traso na wo twekra nka Ghana ha yi.
right eti odwa na num say ya no e na chese ne apraprafo no ene no odwa na num a nanso so na ne yura fi se wono ankasa kura nim se sa ne mra ne tie dada onu ntimi nsesa no oyawe o but enam se wo kasa na ne yura fi ne ho ene nipa atwa ne ho ahia so no ye ntunofo na na kanka bi onam asabe ne ntoma ebete kokobini on say wakumbre kuma kokonini adechia bete wo sai wakuma anyansafo nya na wo de tena ho na wo behunu asebo man fi nwumbe se wate sa nwum na on say breku bon akokonini so bon na so wo ye wudini na akum sa amoa ni nyina na awia chase ene wo dana se wo beji di obebon e de amawo sebo man fi nwum na nsamu mo wase wakumbre kuma kokonini adechia bete wo sai wakum kromo anyansafo nyina na ade tena ho na wo behunu ebi ni Dormaahene ai eti wo kasa we nyina na ne yura fi se wono ankasa so wadi sa nkomo no se ekuro no I have the problem with the name Asantehene na wono anu na ese dwana no mu because wo mo muti wo nyina no atwa ne ho hia ne nyansafo because wakum wo mo nti akokobon wonte enya sa akokobon a papa e wonte fi se nyansafo won ho meka se papa nya abotre na ba bia wo di fai de o ke ka kododo o ke ka ko too much so and so on say nam se wakuma nyansafo wo kuro no nyina enti no obia no otimi aka kire ne se we de wo kekan de o ke ka kododo na se ka ye na abrekuo ni nkokɔ no mubɔ gu na so mu a enko begya de wo ye no nanso so asɛm ne se wakun kuro mu nyansafo nyina yentie we no ye minister ye friend Asamoah Boateng chieftaincy minister mpacho tiase tia odi tiasem
a lot of debate, a lot of representations, and it was passed. If you think and anybody thinks that there must be an amendment to it, they can suggest
does
it.
Does the Asantehene arrogate unto himself any other powers that the other paramount chiefs cannot have?
Not to my knowledge. He's running his kingdom all right. He hasn't interfered with anybody.
So what makes the Asantehene different from any other paramount chief?
Well,
that the chieftaincy. Hold on.
I've given you the chieftaincy.
Hold on. You were in parliament at the time. I want to understand the thinking behind that. What makes Asantehene different from other paramount chiefs? Because that is where the contention is right now.
It's not a contention. If you look at the history of Ghana, if you look at how colonialism came in and how we developed as a nationhood, there were other tribes. They all had their role to play at some point.
Absolutely.
But it became obvious, even to the colonial authorities, that the Asantehene was different. I mean, whether you like it or not.
What made him different?
I don't know. I'm just saying it became obvious.
Do you think so?
It is not my opinion that matters here. I have to live with what.
How does the wording of the Chieftaincy Act make your job difficult?
Well, not that particular. The Chieftaincy Act has been around for what, 15 years? So obviously there's a need to look at it again. And I have initiated that. So I've already thrown into the House of Chiefs that if that is an issue and they want to bring it up and look at that particular clause, it's up to them, not me. My job is to guide them. And so I'm not going to go into the details of why Asantehene is the superior identified in the act or why the other chiefs are different. I don't have to do that. That's not my job. My job is to work with the act now. But behind the scenes, I would encourage them to talk and dialogue. And there are roles that they can play. Let them come up with it. Then the act will take care of it.
On say, oh, now I say we are Dormaahene tio. Onim say, onu wanya bema say ya say. MPP wo power ne ma Asantehene ye kese. Ye di enim say asemfo kankan nya no kore. Ghana ne bada bay. Eye na panya ba power NDC wo power. Ada no wonko no monko ye constitution wonko ye sa remove an from na ne ho nto no. Say no na oda wona. Ne ye hwe say eno be ma Asantehene woni Asante be ye pa na. Ana abusia enye sa ne wo. Asamo boti say enye onu na ebe wonu onim de ntikura Asante no won fa ho enye onu na ebe ye bibia fa ho. Etisi obi si won te ase a and they end this in our power. Ajumabadu, go to court and I take them there and let them change it and let us see. And we see so we are bema. So said the Oban the power. Ni enhwade. Ko minister no ko local government ofri banda mu pa no. Ene ne nko mo ko anu mako yi Asantehene na frim na wa ye ni nyina paramount ni ahwade se wo bema. Unya bema. Unya bema o. Ajumabadu nya bema. Eti we former minister of chieftaincy na asamobwate ene omo ye no again no push no because enkomo we won wadi a omo nte ase ai akwa se amokuya so won te ase se aden wo so no ye kese anabuzia eno zabama iglas on say abo ne friend amokuya no wonam sa wo se wo so no na wo aden na wo ye kese sa me nte ase enti me kobusa abode ndi obo ye se we twedi ampo we na wo aden na wo so no ye kese sa na me amokuya me ye ketwa. Interesting times ahead. I'm okay so want to say no so near kese.
But that's not me to try and change it as a person, as a minister. That's not my job.
And is there any interest in wanting to amend the Chieftaincy Act?
Oh yes, I've started. I've set up a committee. We've done the consultation, and it's now with the House of Chiefs. My information is that they would get it back to me hopefully by the end of this year. And then it goes to cabinet, it goes to parliament. So there's all process of discussion, even in parliament, when it goes to a committee in parliament, before it goes to the full house, and the amendment is effective. So there's opportunity
more directly, because I know you're working on other allies to do with codification. So more directly, does the amendment you're proposing or the chiefs are proposing include the wording that separates Asantehene from other paramount chiefs?
Not to my knowledge at the moment. As I said, I've thrown it to the House of Chiefs, and they would have to come back with those amendments. I don't have to suggest.
Is it time we did that?
It is. I wouldn't give you an answer today because it is not my job to interfere with customs. That's not my job. Politicians are not the best.
Separating the Asantehene from other paramount chiefs is not custom. That is what the Chieftaincy Act...
But the law at this moment, that's what it says.
I understand
So if there's a need to do that, let the chiefs also discuss it. Bring it to us, and the politicians, we will do our discussion in cabinet and in parliament. Then we go through the majority decision. That's what I am here to guide everybody.
I understand. The Chieftaincy Act is not a private member's bill, so it didn't come.
Yes.
Right. So what I'm saying is that it's not customs. It has nothing to do with the customs and traditions of the people.
Yeah, I understand.
This is what Parliament had discussed in 2008 and passed.
So the opportunity exists. So the opportunity...
No, hang on. See where I'm going with it. Now that you occupy the office of Chieftaincy and Religious Affairs, you passed this in 2008. You see the problems it is creating right now. Is it time we took a second look at that wording in the Chieftaincy Act?
I haven't. I think in our discussion I've said the opportunity exists. So let all Ghanaians apply their mind.
On say, Sauti discuss your course your home. Now, so we are critical. What say the reason why before ebe dense ye be develop Odi me busa say today if there was no constitution that says anything about chieftaincy, does it make you a better, or does that going to develop your country or your state for you? Eti one say a Bono of 1844 the entire Africans say yeti baby yeti say obibini no se ni nua pa be sori de ni nua be kese ka me bre na se me pesa wo ti ase ehunu de entire ya santo wo came in existence. Pesa wo ti ase the entire Broni was able to defeat Akabi before, because Obroni bibini ni dwen say so we kase che me ne de ekwa bia me fa so a me bring o tam ye nyina ye hiafo no me ye nti wahwa ye musua mu ni ye namfofa mu kura no. Sometimes utimi shia damfo bi they came there purposely say they will bring you down. Sometimes utimi call relationship bi mu oba no anasa bema no they came purposely to bring you down. So when you're smart, until you must always be smart. That is why maybe you saw Asante as evidence. Say Asante is smart from day one. Even though say a town for no Dawson as I one we traitors no we are more, but Asante work hard. Emma today we are here. We are here. That's why you're smart, because it seems say most people in Ghana so obey kwan obefa so obey develop obe building it there no there be now they are rather targeting the what the kind of, and this is no why where how are you building it and it's dangerous. So when we are done for them now what the kind na umusane mane nchira kwan ofa so a oduru ho na mo rather say wo wanna say no one bringing it down. We a very dangerous person, and in Ghana these are more dangerous people, and until Ghana cannot go anywhere. It is abrofo be di yeso ache. The person who the bond of 1844, and if we because signing that bond to bring Asante down so that they want us to be look the same. Adena or Asantehene different. So how are you here? That's right. And no, the reason why Africans are always we are in the poverty poor stage. Our mental capacity is so weak. Because when you see say your brother or your sister is going up, you don't push him or no more. They rather pull the person down. Just see this interview and use it as an exhibit, never too harmful. So it's interview every time you meet interview every day, and you're quite interesting. This former minister interview with this girl. This girl of the Volta region. You can imagine the level of brainwashing in an animal. That is why any obey media no or yet TV3 or ahimfua or mota Asante in a dinkomo. Just you can track and smell something. But you near me we are the double standard of Ajuma and to us. Interview why.
I want to hear from you. Is it time that we took a second look at that?
We're taking a second look at the amendment of the Act.
Of the entire...
It improves a lot. In fact, apart from what you just mentioned and whether Asantehene must be different from the paramount chiefs, there are areas that has never been discussed, like queen mothers. Although the Act takes care of queen mothers, because to become a chief, you must either you are a chief or a queen mother. The Act takes care of it from your lineage and properly nominated and skilled or instituted. So, but I noticed that the queen mothers sometimes don't play a significant role. So that's another subject that is also being discussed. But it's not easy because the chiefs don't see the queen mothers as part.
Is that something you proposed?
So, no, I didn't propose that.
All right.
I didn't propose that. But it's be a topic that I've thrown up, and I've suggested that they look at it again. So it's all part of the discussion going on. So whenever they bring it, we will take it to the appropriate area, which is cabinet and to parliament, and then we will discuss it.
Earlier this year, when you were affirmed as Chieftaincy and Religious Affairs Minister, one of the things that you talked about is the fact that a lot of changes would happen in the work of the ministry. What has changed 10 months on?
Okay, so this is an interview way. Quite interesting all the time. I'm share so they be metini pass into interesting. The battle be a person, but me no me the video evidence. I did me document no. As video way so no expose Dormaahene where today was say ono paramount chiefs as but meanwhile nobody can interview way. I'm 6 years ago, none of you feeling say, one more or Jitum say, there's Asantehene and paramount chiefs.
The land there does not belong to the Utumfo. I'm the only one who can say this. The history. Blah, 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 blah. I won't sit down. I'm one person, I won't sit down. When I see somebody is tinkering something, I won't sit down. Categories of chiefs in Ghana. We have paramount chiefs and the Asantehene. Even the name Asantehene I have a problem with it.
Eti Dormaahene nanungu ase na da ho no. Na my expose no because ono ase ono aka kire Ghana for say there's nothing apart from paramount chief, but today ono one can with you and there is still there. And this is the manner wo so ukrom hene no wo gu animu ase and edin sema we so a judge edin
paramount chiefs and the Asantehene. Even the name Asantehene I have a problem with it. If you go to Mampong, the land there categories of chiefs in Ghana. We have paramount chiefs and the Asantehene. Even the name Asantehene I have a problem with it. If you go to Mampong, somebody is tinkering something, I won't sit down. Categories of chiefs in Ghana. We have paramount chiefs and the Asantehene. Even the name Asantehene I have a problem with it. If you go to Mampong, the land there does not belong to the Utumfo. I'm the only one who can say this. If you go to Kumawu, the land there does not belong to the Utumfo. The question is that, who is he? What sort of chief? Is he a chief or a king? A king, I've already told you before, there were kingdoms in Ghana. But the moment we became a unitary state, Ghana, there's no king. People should learn to accept. If you don't...
So, if you want to learn, if those days now we used to have chiefs and today there's a still chief, what dear Nasa, nothing has changed. And the one say papa we yeti bonkoso on to me reason because so I say Sabrina now there was no kingdom so there's no kingdom and so why are you chief today? Why? The question is say why Dormaahene is still a chief? Because the entire chiefs say tradition goes on. Tradition goes on. So we Africans have our tradition. Mama brema for monyo no. Critical analysis and say the entire Dormaahene we chief ne say tradition goes on and politics and administration all of them beto tradition so tradition every document and constitution is still recognized you say we chief and say we ohene and nothing can change that until we are seeing say no one in betimi change in Africa for mu because this is who we are. Papa we were born pa wabon guys wabon pa because I mean a interesting say onim say because of say nothing can change you because eno na ma wo ye ema ye Africans ye different from Europeans because we have culture, we have tradition and it goes on and on and on. Man we were interesting and so sad say yatana siyama papa or miseducating and as a misinforming the public because you can never do this. Was any pay a second pay ni made one man educating no na papa yi da so te wo etoto ayampia na wo misinforming ni pa no so no o dada ni pa no me ba sisi a Afi, mami fa nko fie pre. Ohene no ho no. Professor Ochem, we professor wa ko school be che Dormaahene. Oko university university kese ba ko akra we lecturer won we chancellor. professor ochem na fiapre ehene omo nso obi ase mpacho yentie fiapre no a Dormaahene ne so wono mpene e ma ne meye mahene mpacho wono ne yentie ne kakra.
October 2017 baaye no me be hu say fiapre ye de ho ye fiapre man we say uyi fiapre kro no kro dua no efri ho a ye onkura bebre ehye ase eniti no ye oman say yetimi eboye mahene nanso ya nya mahene enti man transe kra we say da wa wonim no enim de focus ya tese me na mabedi akonya na akonya me di no enwoma mu no ye recognize o so yo hene e be say wonya mahene de a wodin ni enwoma bi am so yo hene ena so wodin be ko enwoma mu a ye say e bia wo hye hene bi ase na ohene no o gazette na hemfo no wa gazette waka no ho na so wodin akọ enwoma mu na so fiapre yan hye obi ase se de me kan sin ahene kan ye no kro be sa nan na atwa ho hia ensu atre e wo yeja sunyan e wo yanim odumase number 1 odumase a omo ma ya betra ha no e wo ho ye wo dumasua hokra nyina asase ne ye odumase fo asase nanso me ba ye no manso ankyere ohene bia ena me so aye no so se de etie no se wo so ananka wo so ohene bia se a na wa nkoso ankyere na enimani mu ya ohene no ba pejenti adentina wo so a wa me so ankyere no nanso ohene bia amma na ahemfo kra atwa ho nyina ya tu yensa frɛ ahemfo nyina o moment ba ma no etu dipa bai man say number 1 for to dipa bai word man say to dipa bai so yan for panyefo bai ma wo twa ho nyina ahemfo bai ma ye bodwa kese na ye de ma me so etra akonya no so eti me bai na no be say bosome echi na me say mentime ntra ho abra me de ngomom enti meko house akobisa yase ampa nso me hwe no na me nua panyin ana otakonya so a okọ ni nchi ma edunti me be fa akonya yi ana opoki ababio toso mienu na me mfa de kransie wodi kan akọ house so akobisa ye status mama letter ayo evidence say fiapre records no fiapre and share krubia se timi
Usia mesrewa ohene okasei wona ye fiapre ehene ene woka ne mpani nsem de ntia ma ne komanhia obi antimi control professor yes professor ochem Ghana Telecom University no chancellor I am say odaso ye kura ye nua na odba me daso pa ene woka ne mpani nsem no de Dormaahene ne to so wono mpene no papa wa ko school bebre che Dormaahene ena Dormaahene de ne sesi so ono entiase en yenti ono ka ne mpani nsem timpacho pese utie ba bia ofiri bia sa wo ya Asante ba bia ofitie na wokodu ba bia wanko kan nsem hu no mpacho ba
fa sa krata no na me san ekoko ye sim hene no ehon pictures ni ade ye digina na ye tro letter kan ho de koye say no your evidence our one de buy ye sim hene so man so ankyere wo hene bia so ankyere fiapre man enunti no men so hene bia ase fiapre de ye de ho prekope nipa bi kra friend fiapre republic
sir
yeah obi anim say fiapre man de ye de ho na adenti ena nipa nyina nim say ye de ho na momfa yemfa ho de man krata so ma mommoye man hene me hu say ye de ho enti me the application call Bono Ahafo Regional House of Chiefs ema nananom eto yensa friend omoje krata no na omo edema omo research team so omo konkoye pensem mu na omo hu na kura ewom ampa nso ɔmo so kwakɔ yɛ mpɛnsɛmpɛnsɛ mu ma ɔmo ehu na ɔmo de tu dwa sɛ ekura atwa ɛho ahyia no mpo ebi wɔ ɛho asɛm ka na eti deɛ ɛte yɛ ne sɛ sunyan manhene sɛ ɔho asɛm ka ɛna ɔdomase manhene ɔdomase number 1 nso yɛ gyamo ɔmo so ɔmo wɔ ɛho asɛm ka ɛna ewu adomase fo nso so ɔmo wɔ ɛho asɛm ka ɛna ɔmo amaka no obi a anka enti ɔmo yɛ sɛ okay sɛ ɔmo wɔ ɛho asɛm ka deɛ a ɔmo bɛfrɛ nyinaa ame abɛhyia na afei asɛm a ɛwɔ obiara no ɔka na committee no ɛtuma nya obiara ano asɛm na ɔmo de report akɔ house hɔ na sɛ yampa sɛ ɛsɛ obiara sɛ deɛ a ɔmo tuma ma yɛ so anokwasɛm ni mfie bɛyɛ sɛ mmienu ni yɛatwe ho adi ho akɔneaba nkosi hwee na deɛ ɛyɛ ne sɛ ɔmo di kan frɛ ɛma committee no frɛ ma yɛkɔɔyɛ sunyahene baeɛ ɔdomase number 1 fo mpanyinfo ɔhema nana abna boatema a ɛyɛ me maame prɛkopɛ sɛ deɛ yɛka yi yɛnim sɛ yɛgya ɛne yɛnane ɔmo
yɛnim sɛ yɛgya ne ɔmo abusuafoɔ saa afei na adɔ fide nato ase a aha ɛyɛ tete obi kyerɛ na wɔhwɛ mu ɔbɛmpɔn ɔda ma metie o sɛ na wo papa nom anya bia wo sɔ ya kyerɛ wɔn da na
dabi me nso ankyerɛ mo da me baeɛ nso mama me so ankyerɛ wɔn ɛna fiapre hene bia ni hɔ a ɔbaeɛ a okuso a ɛkyerɛ wɔn na anakwasɛm ni sɛ da meka no yɛ ebua ɛsɛ sɛ yɛde ma yɛgya ne yɛ na bia yɛde ma wɔn enti yɛde me si akonya so me baeɛ me kɔkyerɛ wɔn na boatema me kɔ ne fie afi bia akora du a me kɔkɔkyea no ɛkɔ na yɛ sɛ de obi bɛ yɛ ne maame me ne ni asɛm bia ɔdɔ me so be dɔ ne kama enti ɔdomase number 1 fo de yɛ ne ɔmo ani asɛm nti yɛhyia no ɔmo yɛ sɛ yɛhyɛ ɔmo ase nanso akyere ɔmo ɛka sɛ nte saa na mmom ɛsɛ sɛ nka yɛbɛka kyerɛ ɔmo yɛgya ne ɔmo sɛ yɛde letter yɛkɔ house yɛfa ho deɛ nti yɛde letter yɛkɔ house na nka agya ɔmo de ɔmo nhyira ɛta yɛkyi na yɛama mɛka nkyerɛ ɔmo nti yɛpa ɔmo akyɛw enti ɛyi ɔdomase number 1 fo deɛ yɛsɛ ɔmo kora fi asɛm no mu a kyerɛ sɛ ɔmo deɛ nya deɛ a ɔmo atwa asɛm no bi ɔmo
okay eti na sɛdeɛ fiapre hene ɔte ne mpani nsɛm sie no sɛ wɔnhyɛ ɔhene bi ase eti saa na Ghana mmara so kyerɛ sɛ ɛyɛ abusuafoɔ a wɔn aka ɔmo abɔ mu kwan ne bituma aka so ɔmo hene no obiara ntimi mfa hene nhyɛ obi akɔdi sɛ bɛrima yi a yɛfrɛ no adwumabadu yi ɛkɔtena bedwam na ɔkɔbaabaa n'anim a ɛkyerɛ wo sɛ ɔwɔ intentions ba Ghanafoɔ nyinaa no mu nsuma no sɛ wɔno sɛbe wɔno kyɛ sɛ wɔyɛ abosea bi kora grade bɛfa no so ayam no na Asantehene ka sɛ ɔbɛtwa dwira na dwiratwa no so no fa Asantehene bi ho baabi a wo bia na fa ho eti eduru hɔ a na wayɛ ne mema sɛm nti wɔno nso kora no bɛrima yɛ yɛfrɛ no adwumabadu yi wɔka nsɛm bi wɔ ha yɛntie wɔ ha
ɛde haw ɛbaeɛ ama yɛatwea na sɛ kura ahene ɛma ɛwɔ so nyɛ hema na obɛsi ne hene wobɛte bɛbɔ wɔ Kumase memti sɛ Dormaahene nkuro hyɛ ma se wɔ mfie kyerɛ a abesim ne na ɛkeka ho ɛnyɛ me ne nsi wɔ hene ɔtom bɛsi bɛhene na bɛde bɛka kyerɛ m nti sampa koraa no yɛwura yɛka sampa ɔnhyɛ otumfo ase sampa na ɔnhyɛ otumfo ase
ɔn sɛ problem a papa yi man wanya ne sɛ wɔmɛgye school system with a traditional system nti akɔyɛ sɛ wasua buroni ama ne werɛ fi ne ho nti wɔno ahenie no ɛm sɛ wɔnim amammerɛ nti papa yi kura menyɛ so ogu nsa wo yɛ adwumabadu I'm telling you wohwɛ a wɔngu nsa ɔne sumahene nyinaa because ɛm sɛ wɔnim sɛ tradition ɛyɛ continuous process ɛyɛ toa so nti yɛfrɛ no tradition toa so ɛm sɛ wɔnim because ɔnte aseɛ sɛ adɛ na history bi ɛwɔ hɔ no onim sɛ amammerɛ ne amanneɛ no ɛyɛ abakɔsɛm ne yɛtoa so nti ne ama ne yɛda so wɔ amammerɛ ne amanneɛ ɛm sɛ wɔnim I don't know. I proud Africa wo fa o kasa wo ho. Menye so ogun sakura frɛ ne nananom. So de ani die man na me so onima de kro. Fi say de enti asampa ye sampa besi ne sɛ sampa nananom nyina asom manhia asom asante. Etro mo yada so ya asantefo no. Enye wo na be kyerɛ wo mase. Ene nye constitution na be ka sɛ sampa yi untimi nya asanteni. Politician bia ni asase we so nya no korɛ. Ene gye so de ntokwa kɔfrɛ wo mo. Na de fitu wo mo de afan. Ba sɛ untimi fa ntokwa mforo nipa no oboa. Enti on say papa no odwene ho a ho ntia sɛ onim omuso ejaj ba onim paninsem sa na meme ho no Dormaahene enim history onim history tia Dormaahene ka use na utia wasa wadwene
ade e how e bae ama ya atwea na se kura ahene ema e woso nya hema na obesi ne hene obati baba wokumase nantia se Dormaahene Nkrosha mase wamfie kyerɛ abisim ne na ekeka ho enya minisi wahene otom besi ba hene na ba ka kyerɛ nti sampa kora no yewura ya ka sampa on show tumfo ase
iti on say another contradiction on so sha ase video ba ko say on pene emotumfo nti hene on so no asa agya tum say e wono kora won si hene mo abusuafo na si hene iti otumfo asi ne hene